Hey everyone, my name is Bukhari and today's tutorial is about creating the image slider with caption, right? So in the previous video, let me show you. In the previous video we created these from scratch, okay, simply using JavaScript, jQuery functionality and the CSS for this uh, next and previous button, okay. So and in this video we're going to create these, so when someone hover over the image, then the next and previous buttons pops up and the caption area as well, okay. So this is what we are going to create in this tutorial, and I believe that you're gonna love this, okay. So this is going to be done by simply using CSS3, okay, so nothing to worry. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so this is our the previous image slider video we created. The next and previous buttons pops up slightly fade effect, with fade effect, right? So and with these we're going to create these, alright, simply using CSS3 for this animation to occur. So I'm going to close this one because we will be creating from here, okay. So right, so now what we have to do is that first I'm going to save these file save as on my desktop, simple jQuery image slider folder. I have only simple jQuery image slider part 1, so this is going to be part 2, so I'm going to simply change the name part 2, alright, and then save it in that particular folder, okay. So press live, so it has only the previous and next button function there, okay. So we're going to add the caption area in here to slide in, okay. So how do we do it? Right now in the HTML structure, so we have the HTML structure here. We have the hero ID, and within the hero ID we have 3 more IDs. One is called next and previous and then slider, okay. So we're going to work with the slider ID, so this will be done within the slider ID, okay. So first I'm going to remove these images, I'm going to keep only one image in there, okay. And we're going to work with one image first, then we're gonna copy it, right. So now it won't slide because it's only one image there, okay. So now within the slider ID I am going to create 2 more div class. So it is going to be the items, and I'm also going to put the comment tag in there, simply going to change the name to items, right. So and I'm going to put this ending div class item tag just after the image, okay. So now we have we have the slider ID here, and within the slider ID we have just created a div class items, okay. And within the div class item we are going to create 2 more classes, okay. So just after the div class items I'm going to simply copy this, press enter for 2 times to make some space, and this time I'm going to give it the class name is going to be img for images. So I'm also going to give it a ending tag, make sure you do that, and I'm also going to give the comment tag in there. So it is image is for image, right. So I'm going to Command X to cut it and then put it in here. Right, so now, okay, so within this slider ID, okay, we have created a div class item, right? And within the div class items, we just created div class img, okay, and within that, within that class div, okay, img div class, we have our image, right? So let's minimize the, remove the white space in there. So this is what we have, and just after this I am going to create another div class, okay, so div class, it is going to be info, that means information, and I'm also going to get the comment tag, copy it and paste it like so, and then simply going to change the name so that we know that this is the end of the info tag, div tag. Alright, and within the info class we're going to add h2 element there and one paragraph tag, okay, so like so, okay, and we're also going to give the heading title there, h2 title, so it is going to be the title of the image, sky race, sky race begins, that's the title of the image, okay, and then we also gonna have some text in there for the description of the image. This is the captured in time, and we are also going to have a anchor tag there so that we can get a link item there, and within the anchor tag we're going to write learn more, okay. We can't see anything because we didn't work, we didn't style it yet, okay, so we're going to style it, but before we do that, let us let me explain what we have here. So within the slider ID, we are simply working with the slider ID, okay. So within the slider ID we have a div class, it is called items, okay, div class items, and within the div class items I have two more div classes, okay. So one is for images and one is for the information description for the caption, okay, and the title. All right, so okay, so we are good to go. Our HTML structure is complete for the caption and the images. All right, so now moving on, then we're going to work with the in the CSS for these to style them properly, right? So um, we're going to work, we don't have to work with the img class, right? We will simply work with the info class, okay. So right, so this is the class, so we put dot, then info, the width of the information is going to be 160 pixels, and the height is going to be 80 pixels, and then positioning will be absolute. All right, and then um, z index is going to be 99, and also we're going to have a background color, RGBA color, and change this 1 to 0 and this 0 to 5. All right, so we will see this in few seconds, just bear with me. Okay, let's style the texts in there. Okay, so info h2. Okay, so class info and then h2 and then the paragraph. Okay, so just for this dot info h2, the font family is going to be sans serif. Font weight is going to be bold, and then the color is going to be white, and then what else, padding is going to be 0 from top and bottom, and from the left and right is going to be 20 pixels, and margin top is going to be 15 pixels. Alright, so simply going to copy these, Command C, paste it, and change this h2 to p paragraph. Okay, for these. Alright, then we don't need the just keep it, font weight, make it lighter. Okay, and then margin top, put margin top minus 15 pixels. Alright, so we have our info styled there, and we need to we want it to be visible in here, right? So let's see this in design view. Okay, so moving on, and then what we have to do is that to make it visible in here, we need to put a value in there, top value. Top, from the top it is going to be from here to here. Okay, so normally the height of the image slider is 500 pixels, so it is going to be 440 pixels, 20 pixels, so that's going to be 8 pixels. Okay, height. So press live, and there you go. So now we have our caption area precisely in the right position. Okay, alright, and then this time we're going to add the animation here simply using the CSS3. Okay, alright, so let's work with the animation, and then just after the info CSS we're going to have our hero ID in there, and hover, colon hover, then the class info, and then curly brackets, and within the curly brackets basically first give the info the opacity 0. Okay, so opacity to 0, so in that way when I refresh it is going to be invisible, transparent. There we go, but it's still there. Okay, so in the hover effect, so when we hover we want to see it slides or fade in. Okay, so how do we do it? So this is how we do it. So opacity to 1, refresh, and when we hover over the image slider it pops up, but we want to have a sliding effect in there, fade effect, right? So to do that we need to add WebKit transition all, then 0.5 seconds, and then ease out or any other easing effect you choose. Okay, so there we go. Right, that's how you do it. Okay, so it is practically done. There you go. So that's about it. So if when I put other images in there, it is going to slide precisely. Okay, so let's get back to the code mode, and then basically what I want is that it to slide. Okay, so to do that, what I have to do is that in the info, let's put these two like 500 pixels, and then it is basically here. Okay, so and when we hover over, from the top, it is going to be 400 pixels at that precise position. Okay, so press refresh. There you go. Excellent work. You liked it? I like it. Alright, so there you go. That's how you create that effect in there. So now we have the previous and next button pops up with this caption area as well. So there you go. And finally, press Command S, and finally we're going to add the images. Okay, so that we can see that the image slider is sliding properly and working perfectly. So what we have to do is that we can now get rid of these white spaces, right? We don't need that. So now we are simply going to copy these div class items. Okay, so in the div class item we have div class image and div class info. So we are simply going to copy these, not the slider itself, slider ID. Okay, don't do that. Only simply copy these, select this div class item, and within everything here, Command C, and just after that paste it twice because I have 3 images. So I'm going to simply get the images for the second one. So this is going to be the sky wall, right? So the title is also going to be changed, wall rises, and the third image, the sky face, and refresh. There you go. And make sure you have these images within the slider. Okay, so these are the div class items, and within the div class items we have div class image and div class info. Okay, and then we just copied it multiple times depending on our images. Alright, so these are all in the image, the slider ID. Okay, so make sure you put that in the right format, proper way. So there we go. Let's see it in design view. As you can see, so sky just begins, then the sky wall rises, right? Then the sky face, there you go, sky face, and also a link with it, description and link. Okay, so that's how you create beautiful, simple jQuery beautiful image slider from scratch using CSS effect, transition effect. Alright, so from any direction you hover over the image slider, it's going to pops up like so. So there you go. Let's check it in Safari. So there you go. That's the let's give the title. Let's change the title of the page. So this is the part 2. Command S and save it, see it and review it in Safari. And this is the first one. Okay, with the next and previous IDs, the buttons. And then this is the second part. Alright, jQuery image slider part 2 with the caption sliding in effect. Excellent. So I believe you will like it, love it, you learned something from this, and please do let me know what you think about this tutorial. I really want to know what's your experience with this. Okay, so how did you find it? How you find it? Did you find it helpful, useful? Are you inspired by this? Please let me know. Yeah, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down and let me know um, what can be done, and let me also know that what you want to see next. Okay, so and please do share, because sharing is very important, right? So um, thank you for your time, thank you for watching. So, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get the updates of my other videos. Okay, so whenever I upload a new video, you get a notification. Okay, so it's cool to be subscribed and also make comments. All right, that really helps. All right, that really inspires me a lot. So there you go, guys. Everyone, let's check it in Google Chrome. Finally, there you go. So that's how you create beautiful stuff, simple beautiful stuff. Okay, so no jQuery critical thing in there except the slider itself, right? So, and all these effects are created simply using CSS3 functionality. All right, so there you go. Have fun with it, experiment with it, use it in your projects, and thank you very much. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.